Today we are playing with fire, quite literally. I did a poll recently to find out what your favorite hot cocktail was. And Irish coffee came in first, but surprisingly not too many of you are familiar with the Spanish coffee. So that's what we are doing today, and it is a fantastic hot coffee cocktail. It's kind of like an Irish coffee, but using rum, and we get to play with fire, which is a lot of fun. So we're building right in an Irish coffee mug. You want something with a handle and a foot. You'll see why. We're rimming the glass with some sugar, so we rubbed it with a lime, and then we're gonna just dip the glass in some plain white sugar until it's got a nice coating. We're then gonna add some fire to the mix, and that's gonna caramelize the sugar on the rim. To do that, we're using some 151 rum, so a high-proof rum, overproofed rum. This is gonna allow us to light it on fire and use that fire to caramelize the sugar rim and also heat our glass. So a 3/4 ounce of our 151. All right, next we're gonna grab a lighter. Ooh, time to play with fire. Oh, come on, I'm not gonna do that. I know what I'm doing. Okay, we're back. Let's do that again. There we go. So just carefully light the glass, and until you've got a nice flame in there, you can kind of see it. There we go. So here's why it's important to have a handle and a foot on your glass here, because we're going to roll it around and allow the flames to kind of lick the sugar on the rim, and that's going to slowly caramelize. So we're just rolling it around. You'll start to see the sugar bubbling and melting, kind of turning a bit of a caramel color, and ooh, those flames. And at the same time, our glass is getting hot. You'll remember with our Irish coffee, we poured some hot water in the glass before making it, just to make sure that glass is nice and hot. Ooh, look at those flames. Okay, be careful here, guys. If you pour this on your counter, on your bar, you're basically pouring fire. So be very careful when you're doing this. If you don't want to do this method, you can just use a kitchen torch and torch the sugar. But this is fun. It's dangerous, but it's fun. So look at those flames. I love it. All right, when you're satisfied, don't go too far because your glass could crack. The best way to extinguish is to grab another glass and put it on top, choke the fire, and there it is out. So yes, don't let it go too long because the glass could crack. God, that's hot. And so it is nice and hot, extremely hot. Let's build the rest of the drink. Next up will be a 1/2 ounce of Cointreau. You could use a triple sec, you could use a Grand Marnier, an orange liqueur of some kind. Actually, Grand Marnier would be amazing. I've never tried that in this drink. Okay, after that we want Coffee Liqueur. I'm using my homemade, so click that link, find out how I make that. We're doing 1.5 ounces of Coffee Liqueur. I think traditionally this is made with Kahlua. Also traditionally they add a little bit of simple syrup. I don't want it too sweet. You could add simple syrup. If you're making this with a much drier coffee liqueur like Mr. Black, you might want to add some simple syrup. But I think it's great as is. I don't like my coffee too sweet anyways. Next up, we have some coffee here in a French press. It's been steeping for a few minutes, so I'm going to press it down, and then we're going to top this off with coffee. Now, just like an Irish coffee, we're going to leave a little bit of room at the top because we are adding some lovely cream afterwards. So about 1/2 inch from the top. And then we have a lightly whipped cream. You could just use whipped cream from the bottle. This is hand whipped until it's just... You want to be able to still sip it. The problem with the bottled whipped cream is you can't really sip through it. This is fluffy, but you can still sip it. All right, we're gonna put some grated nutmeg on top. You could do chocolate shavings, that would be amazing as well, but I don't have any chocolate to shave. And there it is, guys, the Spanish coffee. Such a decadent drink, similar to an Irish coffee, but a lot more decadent. You got that sugar rim. Rum, of course, is generally sweeter, and oh my god, that's good. It's that caramelized sugar rim is there, and adds a nice hint of sweetness. Our coffee liqueur comes through. It's also rum based, so you really get a lot of rum flavor, and then you get a little bit of hints of orange from the Cointreau. Just a really decadent, sweet coffee dessert cocktail. So good. Try it out. If you like Irish coffees, definitely try that out. I still prefer Irish coffee myself, but this is a nice treat every now and again. So I really hope you give it a try. Make yourself a Spanish coffee. Don't burn down your kitchen. Be safe when you're playing with fire. And cheers, guys. We'll see you next time.